welcome back. We've got another product from PowerSmart to review for you here. This time it is a pressure washer, and it is a strong, seems to be a strong one because it is saying 2850 PSI, and right around 3000 is where they really start getting strong. So, and I believe it too because it's saying 14.5 amps. So it's pulling just about the maximum from a plug that you can pull. And so that's promising. Anyway, let's open up the box and see what's in there. Okay, so here is a look at the way it comes packed. You can see, definitely see the wand right there in the tips. And then over here we got a bottle, and that is very likely the foam cannon. I've never had a foam cannon, so I'm excited to try that. Obviously the hose. Let's see what's under the first layer. I really thought that was going to be easier. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Alright, so top section comes out, and you can see the big main unit, which is also in styrofoam. And let's just get all of this out of the bags and laid out. Okay, here we go. That's everything that was in the box, and we'll just start going through this stuff. I just want to point out that there has been literally dozens of companies that have been trying to get me to review a pressure washer, but I wanted to make sure it was a strong one. The ones that they were trying to get me to do were very little and very weak. And this one, boy, it sure seems like it's going to be a strong one. Look at the cord. Like I said, 14.5 amps. Now part of this might be just for protection for the spray, but that is a really thick cord. Look at this. Look at that cord. I'm loving that. You know, you almost confuse that for the hose, the water hose. But anyway, so this is pretty neat. It's got its own reel right at the top there, and that's kind of the way it came. I'll clean that up. And so like, assembly is not rocket science. I don't think I'm really going to actually show the assembly. The wand, obviously, you screw that part into here, and then you screw the hose right there. You take these covers off, and that would screw into the hose right here. And that's the end of it. Obviously, you plug the handle into the side of the recoil here. And that's about it. So let me just put everything together and straighten up that hose and look at it. Okay, just want to quickly point out that it came with one screw in a bag, and that is for attaching the handle to the recoil. And if you're wondering what this thing is, that's a pen to clear out the tip. Literally, a lot of times, a sand particle will get behind the tip, and you can push that pin, take the tip off, push that pin in there to get that sand particle out of there. So that's for clearing the tips, if you were wondering. Anyway, let's finish the assembly. Okay, this is what it looks like when it's all put together, or mostly put together. Obviously, completely put together, you would reel up the hose, but I wanted to show how long the hose is. I don't know how long the hose is, but I think about 25 feet, maybe. It's way over there. And just for information's sake, I want to show that I assembled the gun. Hose attaches there, and the end of the wand attaches into the wand. And you might want to get a crescent wrench out and tighten that up, that brass part, tighter if you want to make sure it's snug. But this is good that it's a nice long cord. I just wanted to show on the back of the machine here, the supply line attaches way down here. And then that is where the high pressure water will be coming out. Also, while we're back here, I want to point out that they have 4 holes here for a real snug fit. This is a storage place for the tips that come with it. So it has onboard storage for that. And then you would hook up your regular water source to the front down here, and there is a filter there, and I'm thinking you're going to have to press that in there to get your garden hose on there. They just didn't press it in. They have it there for shipment. Other than that, we'll demonstrate the foam cannon later. But the first thing we'll do is just do regular pressure washing. So let's get started. Okay, so as you can see, I have the water supply hooked up now, and I have run some water through it to get the air out of it, just without turning it on. And at this point, we can safely turn it on without sucking air, and that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna clean. I have the, I put the yellow tip on, which I can't remember the degree, but that is the one step down from the widest. The widest is the white one. And we're just gonna try it on the bricks over here. Clean some of these bricks to see what they look like compared to the ones around them after they're cleaned. So let's give that a try. Alrighty, so we're gonna have to wait for it to dry to find out what it really looks like compared to the bricks around it. But it certainly, I could see it brightening them up. And so we will come back to this and see how that dried. But it is that square of bricks right there. That square. And so we'll come back and look at it. And so at this point, we're gonna go try out that foam cannon. Okay, so for the foam cannon, I just wanted to show that it plugs in just like a nozzle. You just undo your nozzle by just pulling the sleeve back and pulling the nozzle out, and then you pull the sleeve back and you push the foam cannon in just like a nozzle, and it stays in there. And I don't know how it works, but we're gonna find out. So what I've done is I've loaded it up with car wash. This is Turtle Wax Zip Wash car wash, and I think that any foaming car wash is gonna work, and I tested this out. This definitely suds up pretty good. So what's gonna happen, I don't know, but what we're gonna do is we are gonna give the new mower its first wash. It is only moderately dirty, so it should brighten up really good. And we're just gonna, I guess, we're gonna cover it in foam. So look in here. The deck is definitely got some residue on it. And we'll see how it does. So you just cover it in foam, and then you put the pressure wash nozzle back on there, and you spray it off. So let's do that. Okay, so this is what we've got. This is about as much foam as we're getting. Now, there are probably, you know, I know that there's car wash professionals. I am not. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm saying that very clearly. I'm just using a regular car wash. But there are probably other products that are for foam cannons that will foam quite a bit more. But it is definitely dispersing. It is covered in soap. And that is, I think, what we're looking for. And I was careful not to get much on the engine. The engine can get a little wet. Come on now, it does rain. And so we've got soap over the whole thing, and it's soaking a little bit. And now we have put the yellow tip back on there. And we're gonna spray it off and see how it looks. So here we go. As you can see, it made it look brand new. Of course, well, it is brand new, but it shined it up. If I want to show it, got in here pretty good. Of course, I didn't wait very long at all for it to soak, so the chemicals didn't have a lot of time to react, but it did clean it right up. It is, it's pretty ideal PSI and size, especially since it's electric, to just keep up your lawn equipment, even other equipment, smaller things like your small push mowers and your even the weed eater shrouds and things like that. But it definitely did a good job there. That foaming cannon was like all the detergent dispersed all at once, so I'm thinking I'm using the wrong stuff. So I'll have to look at that again, but it did disperse the soap, which is what you need. Going to the sidewalk, the area that we cleaned, as you can see, I have cordoned off with those rocks, and it, you know, it cleaned. I'm sure you could see in the video that it was cleaning, but this unfortunately is very clean already, but I'm sure it does a nice job. It was feeling like it normally does when you're cleaning something like that. So the next thing I want to do is I just want to try a couple of things. I want to try a turbo nozzle, and which is this thing here, and I want to try the big flat surface cleaner. This one is only 16.5 inches, and we'll see if it's got enough gallons per minute and pressure to spin that. This turbo nozzle is very high PSI turbo nozzle. It's rated for 4,500 PSI from a big pressure washer, but so it might be a little bit big for it. We'll see what happens. We'll plug these in and give them a try. Okay, so that pretty much concludes the test. I'm gonna have to apologize for all the background noise. Somebody's lawn service showed up. You know how those guys are. And I gotta finish this, so we're gonna finish this with lawnmowers and weed whackers going on in the background. So I was very surprised that it ran the flat surface cleaner, albeit not quite the pressure that I normally run through there, but it definitely spun it. It will work. Might be a little slow, but the turbo nozzle, now be aware that they make turbo nozzles for lower PSI. So as much as it was spinning this one and doing okay, there's going to be smaller turbo nozzles made for pressure washer like this, so look for those. Anyway, the noise is getting louder and louder, so we're going to wrap this up. It's pretty good. It's not bad at all, really. It's definitely going to be for light use. You're going to be able to clean your mowers off in your own property. It's not going to be something where you want to go door to door cleaning everybody's driveway, but I have to say pretty good. I'm gonna be using it around here. It's handy to not have to put gas in something. All you got to do is plug it in. Okay, got plugged in over there. So that'll do it. I'll have links down in the description to for the PowerSmart website and the Amazon link if you want to go pick one up. I'm gonna go yell at these lawn service guys to go away. They're ruining my video. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and y'all have a good day.